And you have this narration that you start with, where the Prophet ﷺ is dealing with a generation that includes the likes of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu, and Umar radiallahu anhu, and Uthman radiallahu anhu, and Ali radiallahu anhu. And also includes the likes of people that were really, really struggling with this new religion, that were really struggling to change their lives in accordance with this new system. And in this very popular narration, a man comes to the Prophet ﷺ, or rather is brought to the Prophet ﷺ as a recovering alcoholic, or as someone who cannot beat his alcohol addiction. He constantly keeps on returning to his alcohol over and over and over again. And someone says, as he's being brought forward, Allahumma al'anhu ma akthara ma yu'ta bihi. Oh Allah, curse him. How often we have to bring this man to you, Ya Rasulullah. What a shame, what a loser, what a nobody. He can't stop drinking alcohol and he lives in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. And what does the Prophet ﷺ respond with? He says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لا تلعنوه فوالله ما علمت إنه يحب الله ورسوله. Don't curse him, because I know that he loves Allah and His Messenger. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I know he loves Allah and His Messenger. In that man's heart, you can't see it with the exterior of the alcohol. This does not justify the sin of drinking alcohol, nor does it belittle its severity. A person's prayer would not be accepted when they're in that state. But in that heart, there is something. He does have the love of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the hope is not just that it would save him in the hereafter, but that eventually that love of Allah and the Messenger that certainly dwindles and diminishes every time he gets drunk again, will overtake that sin and will become his dominant feature, the love of Allah and His Messenger, and that indeed became the dominant feature of that man. To hear the Prophet ﷺ say about you, when you're in your lowest point, I know you love Allah and the Messenger. What about us when we're in our lowest point, when we feel our greatest distance from Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still believes, or still, gives you the opportunity to come back to Him, and still has joy when you make tawbah to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I know He loves Allah and His Messenger.